Hey there, thanks for tuning in to Vision. On this episode, we're kind of switching things up a little bit, and we're going to focus on a couple of programs that the College of Arts and Sciences has to offer. First up, we're welcoming to the show Joy Bailey. She is the program coordinator at the Center for Distance Education, and you are the coordinator for Arts and Sciences.
That's correct.
And she's here to talk to us about distance education and the programs that we have in the college. And I think a big thing for us to do to start off with is kind of set a baseline. So I think we hear about online colleges, we watch commercials for them. What is it like here at MSU? What is distance learning like?
Distance education at Mississippi State is basically the same courses that you're taking on campus. They're just set to a different format, an online format. So where students, whether they be in California, Germany, doesn't matter, as long as they have internet connection, they can take the courses online. They go through the same UCCC approval as main campus students, courses do.
Right.
And most of the time it's the same instructors that we have here on campus.
Okay, that's good to know. So what are the programs that the College of Arts and Sciences houses?
Okay, in general, we have 38 programs. Mississippi State does.
Yeah.
The College of Arts and Sciences has 8 of those. 2 of those are bachelor's degree programs. You have the Broadcast and Operational Meteorology program.
Right.
That was a very popular one outside of the state of Mississippi because it's just a specific type program.
Right.
And then we have the Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies.
Okay.
And that is a general studies program where students who may have started college a long time ago and then life happened.
Right.
They didn't quite finish, which it happened to me. They can come back and finish a degree.
Okay, and so those are going to be very similar, like you said, to the coursework that they're getting on campus.
Yes.
So it's basically the same degree, just distance. What kind of student does that attract? I mean, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but what students do you see enrolling in these programs?
Distance programs attract non-traditional students. It's not the 18-year-old coming in as a freshman. We have, I think the average age is 25 to 50 for distance students. They are typically full-time employees and they have significant obligations to family, community, things like that.
And so you touched on the popularity of the meteorology program. I was going to say, I work in that department, and it seems like most of the people that do our online classes are already working.
Yes.
Right? And so they can go about their job and take these courses. What about the certificate? You said there were 2.
There are 2, and then one is very hard to say, so excuse me if I mess it up a little bit. The Broadcast Meteorology, Operational Meteorology program offers a degree and a certificate.
Okay.
The degree, they just have to do their general ed courses that the university requires to get the degree. The actual certificate is 17 meteorology courses, so that's the difference in those. We have a brand new one, Aeronautical Meteorology Forecaster certificate.
Okay.
And that is really geared more toward the military.
Right.
Those who are forecasting in the military are attracted to that.
Very nice. Okay, so the success and popularity of these programs, how does that benefit the college?
Of course, number one, revenue. When you have students attractive to the university or to the College of Arts and Sciences, they're enrolling in classes and they're paying tuition. Secondly, we think of infrastructure. I don't know if you know, but a lot of times it's hard to find classrooms.
Okay.
It's big enough to fit a certain setup of students, or seat availability is a problem. Parking is a problem. So it doesn't add to the stress of that for the university or the college.
Okay, and so you touched on the university some. So this is a benefit not only for the college with these popular programs, but the university as a whole.
Yes.
Does it also benefit the state at all?
One way that I would think it benefits the state is that because of that age of 25 to 50 and they are working, we are actually educating the workforce already here within the state. So those who are currently working are benefiting themselves, advancing themselves within jobs due to these programs.
Right. And we also offer, through distance learning in the College of Arts and Sciences, other classes, right, that aren't just a part of a degree or a certificate.
We do. We offer other classes and we offer other degrees. We haven't touched the graduate programs yet, so let's go there first.
Yes.
For the graduate level, we have the Master of Science in Biology and a Master of Science in Geosciences.
Wonderful.
These are geared to 12th K through 12 teachers
Okay.
wanting to get an endorsement to teach those areas, or who just need to get to that next pay level. So that's very attractive to the state of Mississippi as well, getting those teachers even more educated.
Wonderful.
We also have the Applied Meteorology program and the Environmental Geosciences program at the master's level.
Those are masters.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
And as you mentioned, the individual courses, Arts and Sciences offers many of our individual courses, and that helps with them getting that undergrad degree.
Right.
The math, the history, the college algebra, all those classes that are required by the university, they can do that online as well.
Okay, wonderful. A lot of information.
It is.
A lot of programs, but really beneficial for the college.
Very beneficial, and for the student.
And
it's
for
very
the
helpful
student.
for the students.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for
Thank you for
joining
having
us. We'll have more coming up after this break. Welcome back to Vision. We've got another program to talk about, and we're kind of keeping it on the similar wavelength when it comes to distance. We're going to talk about studying abroad. So we're welcoming to the show Dr. Brian Davison. He is an assistant professor in Spanish, but also very involved with study abroad. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So I know this is kind of simple, and people probably that are watching kind of know what study abroad is, but can you just explain how it works here at Mississippi State?
Sure. Study abroad is an opportunity for students to travel abroad and to take classwork abroad, really anywhere in the world that we would have a program. We have 3 different types of programs in a broad sense. There are faculty-led programs, which are the most popular. There are direct exchanges where Mississippi State has an agreement with another university wherever, and students can take coursework directly at that university. And there are also private providers that we contract with that have programs in different parts of the world that students can attend.
Okay, and students in college in arts and sciences can take advantage of all 3 of those options.
That's correct.
Does the student choose, or is that the professor who chooses how the class is going to be run?
The students ultimately have the opportunity to decide what kind of program they want. So a direct exchange, for example, would be a type of program that would usually require a very independent-minded student. They're going to choose where they want to go, and it's really on them to figure out their airfare, figure out their housing, figure out what classes they're going to take abroad.
A heavy load.
It's a lot to do, but it's usually those are the students that would go abroad for a semester, and so they tend to get a little bit more out of that. They get that independence out of that type of program. The faculty-led programs, it's up to the faculty to decide where the program is going to take place, what classes are going to be taught with that program.
And do we see a lot of that in arts and sciences, the faculty-led?
We do. Those are the most common programs that we have.
Can you talk about some examples?
We have actually the largest program that Mississippi State has is the faculty-led program in Spain, in Alcalá de Henares, which is right outside of Madrid. And that sends typically between 30 and 50 students abroad every summer.
Really?
There's a 1-month option for it, and there's a 2-month option, and then more advanced students have an additional option if they want to earn higher level credits with that program.
That's so neat. And is that what you have been involved with?
I did that program for 3 years, yeah.
Oh, okay. And how did you get involved with study abroad? I mean, as a professor, what are the benefits of taking students overseas?
When I was an undergraduate, I actually went abroad for a year. I spent a semester in Spain and a semester in Germany and had a blast.
Neat. Yeah.
And so when I came to Mississippi State, I knew it was something that I really wanted to push in our department. The Alcalá program already existed, so I was able to kind of step in and continue running that program and try to build it up a little bit more.
Okay.
As far as really any student is concerned, it's a great opportunity for students to really get a lot of experience outside of the country, get a lot of experience where they're able to kind of see what they're made of. They're able to see what they're capable of doing. They get somewhat of a different type of education through that. And so a student who would do a direct exchange, for example, would have the opportunity to learn at another university and kind of see the style of learning that goes on there.
Right.
And they usually bring a lot of skills back with them when they rejoin Mississippi State.
Sure. And I know there are other programs, like in geosciences, we have a trip to the Bahamas. I know in communication, they have a trip, at least last summer, to Ireland. I wanted to touch on this. What is the challenge when it comes to students wanting to do study abroad? Because in some sense, it's like, oh, I get to go to the Bahamas. That's why I want to go.
Right.
What is maybe the wrong way for a student to think about study abroad?
Well, you touched on it. It's not a vacation per se, right? And so it's not just an opportunity to travel, but it's an opportunity to learn from the places where you are. And so if there's a program in the Bahamas, well, it's a great location, but there are things specific to the Bahamas that would lead us to want to have a program there. And so the students are able to get that really close contact with those things.
And is this something that's cross-discipline? So if I'm in the Department of Communication, can I take the program that you have led in the past? Is that opportunity there?
Right. It depends entirely on the type of program that you want to do. Some programs are open to any student at all. They could earn any number of credits within their discipline or in another discipline. This is one of the big advantages of the direct exchange, is that a student can pick a university that offers classes in whatever field they're interested in, and they can take those classes, bring those credits back, and be still on track for their degree. There are other programs that are more specialized, and they're looking for students that are already within a certain discipline. All the coursework is in that discipline, maybe at a higher level, and so it wouldn't appeal to a broader student body.
Right. So you've kind of touched on why you got involved, your undergrad and whatnot. Can you think of an example or a specific memory that you have with students here in Arts and Sciences, Mississippi State, bringing them abroad, and kind of like maybe not an aha moment, but kind of a lesson learned, or somebody really enjoyed it learning overseas?
We've had a lot of students that really struggled to work out if they were going to be able to go abroad in the first place. For a lot of students, the economics of it is a little bit challenging. We offer scholarships and other ways to kind of get around some of the cost issues, but we've had students that never would have thought that they were going to go abroad in the first place. It never crossed their mind. They had a professor who pushed the idea with them. They took that leap and did the program, and they came back. You could just tell that this was just an amazing experience for them.
Right. Maturity.
Right. It's maturity, and it's just general life experience that you can't always get when you're on campus.
Right. Okay, wonderful. Such good information. Thank you so much for joining us on Vision today. We'll see you next time. Please tune in for our next episode.